Hi, my name is Russell, and I am the founder at Tailored Fundraising. 26% of donors say that email is the tool that inspires them to give, and 48% of donors cite email as their preferred method of hearing updates and appeals from an organization. So today, we're going to talk about fundraising appeals through email. The first thing I want to talk about is subject lines. So emails with personalized subject lines are 26% more likely to be opened, which that simply means we're probably going to use their name. And the easiest way to do that is through mail merge. If you use MailChimp or Constant Contact, this should be pretty easy, and you're probably already familiar with personalizing at least the email. But we want to personalize the subject line as well. Now, if you're not using either of those, Gmail does have a mail merge function, and you can mail merge from a Google spreadsheet, which is really helpful and really convenient. Subject lines comprising of 6 to 10 words achieve the highest open rate at 21%. So not too short, not too long. Email subject lines with questions have a 50% higher open rate, and subject lines with numbers have a 17% higher open rate. Now, when you combine all those three, you might not be able to fit all those different details in one subject line. But something I'd recommend and something I use is ChatGPT or Gemini, these AI tools. And what I would do is ask AI to give you 5 to 10 potential subject lines using, and then you put in these different details. And then you put in the content afterward. So you might say to ChatGPT, give me 5 to 10 subject lines for the following email. I would like the subject line to have 6 to 10 words and either be in the form of a question or have some type of number in the subject line. And then give it the email content and hit enter and see what it comes up with. Next, speaking of email content, including videos and emails can boost click-through rates by 65%. Now, I did some research, and what I really love is for somebody to click on a video and it to play in the email. And there are only a few email clients that do that, and they're mostly Mac email clients or iOS email clients. MailChimp and Constant Contact, I don't believe allow you to play a video within the email, but it can take it to a different site like YouTube. So what kind of content do you record? We have different options like need, mission, vision, the urgency, and a call to action. Especially if you're fundraising for a specific project. This is really helpful, really focusing on the need, how we can meet that need, and what the vision is for that, and why is it so urgent, right? If you're looking at boosting monthly support, again, the need, mission, vision is going to be really important and why it's so urgent. If you're doing monthly support, I would probably not make a call to action in that type of email. What you're going to do is just follow up to that kind of email with a phone call, text, or try to get a meeting. Something else that could be really powerful in a video is a story. Now we have some tools on how to create a 2-minute story, but how I would use that is potentially a story around the need, your mission, a story around impact, and the vision. This could be maybe a 4 to 5 minute video, and stories are always really powerful. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is the call to action. Personalized calls to action convert 202% better than default calls to action. So what this means is you're going to say something along the lines of, would you consider making a special gift this month of, and then you probably do an amount range, and then make a special gift this month of the amount of $500 to, and then what you're wanting to accomplish. And that's going to be around impact, right? How do you come up with the specific amount or range is probably based on their past giving or what you believe their capacity to be. We call this segmenting. So you're going to want to segment your email list. You might even segment it by current donors or lapsed donors, people who used to give that don't give now, or people who've never given, and you can adjust your call to action that way. Now, there are 17 best practices I found on WordStream, and the title of this blog that I read is 17 Best Practices for Crazy Effective Call to Action Buttons. And it's really for sales emails, but I thought some of this is applicable, and I've kind of pulled out some of the 17 to share with you. First is use action-packed text. And when I'm talking about calls to action, I'm talking really about the button that you use to click and go to the giving page. So first is use action-packed text, like donate now. That's not so action-packed, but it is effective. You could say something by be part of the change or join the movement. If your impact is college students, you can say reach college students now, or share the gospel with Muslims in Syria now. That one is a little long, but you might want to test it out. Next, generally speaking, I found this interesting, green and orange buttons perform best. Now, I wouldn't go crazy with lime green or something like that. You really want to make sure that these buttons kind of fit within the color scheme that you've chosen. But I would be interested, and I think you should be interested in trying buttons that are green or orange and see how they perform. Next is keep it above the fold. What does that mean? It means that you can see a donate now button. When you open the email, you don't have to scroll down. So you may need to put that donate now button in the middle of your email as well as the end. Widen the white space. So you want plenty of white space around the donate now button. Okay. And then, you could test buttons as well, like test the color, test the verbiage on the button. And you might have to do this over the course of a year and see what happens. Something that is super important is make sure that the donate now button goes directly to the place where they enter their giving information. So, for example, I work with an organization, and many of you probably have this. You have a landing page for your missionary profile, and then there is a donate button on there. Or there might be even other steps to get to the place where you enter your credit card information. You want to go all the way to where you enter your credit card information, copy the URL, which is probably going to be super long, and that's what you're going to link your donate button to. I can't stress that enough. Something else that I thought was interesting is countdown timers and emails can boost, and this statistic says registrations by 30%, but I would imagine it could boost giving by at least some. Countdown timers are obviously for, things that have a deadline. It does create urgency, and I think urgency in a fundraising appeal is really important. This could be around the start of a project. It could be around year-end giving. You can set a timer for December 31st. It could also be for a match if somebody is going to match this giving campaign, and there's a certain timeline around that. So I know I've covered a lot, but I think some of the things in here could be really valuable for you. If you try some of these, and I hope you do, send us some feedback on that. You can email me directly at russell@tailoredfundraising.com, or there's a contact form on our website. I would really love to hear from you.